The blazing sun blazed in the heavens, casting a merciless, unrelenting heat over the busy gas station, transforming it into a furnace of discomfort. The air shimmered with the intensity of the midday sun, turning every surface into a blistering source of relentless irritation. Amidst this oppressive heat, Vicky, a dedicated and indefatigable gas station attendant, moved with purposeful efficiency from one pump to the next. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Her face, beaded with the sweat of tireless labor, glowed with an unwavering, radiant smile that seemed to transcend the day's sweltering harshness. Despite the punishing weather and the endless stream of customers, she maintained an admirable composure, offering each person a genuine warmth and kindness that seemed almost out of place in the face of the day's fiery intensity. Her hands moved with practiced agility, deftly assisting a harried family in refilling their minivan's tank, and then patiently helping a young woman grappling with a particularly finicky gas pump. As she completed her tasks, Vicky's sharp eyes spotted an elderly man making his way toward the station with painstaking slowness. His clothes, frayed and tattered by the ravages of time, spoke volumes of a life marked by countless hardships. His steps were hesitant, and his eyes, clouded with confusion and worry, darted anxiously around the station, reflecting a deep-seated unease etched into his weather-beaten face. His appearance, marked by visible signs of wear and tear, seemed to tell a story of struggle and perseverance. "Excuse me, miss," he began, his voice trembling with a mix of vulnerability and desperation. "I seem to have forgotten my wallet at home, and I don't have enough money to cover the gas I've already pumped." Vicky paused in her movements, her gaze locking onto his with an empathetic intensity. The sincerity in his voice was unmistakable, and the distress in his eyes revealed a profound anxiety that went beyond the immediate predicament, hinting at deeper, more persistent struggles. She stepped closer to him, her expression softening with a profound sense of compassion. "Don't worry, sir," Vicky said gently, her voice soothing and filled with genuine care. "We'll figure this out together." She reached into her purse with a deliberate calm, pulling out her own money. She counted out the exact amount needed, her fingers moving with deliberate precision, and handed it to him, her smile imbued with warmth and reassurance. "You can pay me back whenever you're able. No rush at all." Lewis, as he introduced himself with a voice choked with emotion, was visibly moved by her generosity. His eyes glistened with unshed tears as he accepted the money with trembling hands. "Thank you," he said, his voice thick with heartfelt gratitude and relief. "I promise I'll come back to repay you. I truly appreciate your kindness." Vicky nodded, her eyes reflecting a deep and genuine trust in his promise. As Lewis turned to leave, his steps now a bit more assured, clutching a small scrap of paper with his name and address as a tangible token of his commitment, her colleagues, who had been observing the entire scene, began to murmur among themselves with barely concealed skepticism. "Are you serious?" one of them scoffed with a dismissive tone, disbelief evident in their voice. "You believe that old man? He's probably just another scammer trying to take advantage of you." "Yeah," another chimed in with a smug smirk. "There are always swindlers lurking around here. You've just been played, Vicky. It's a shame to see you so easily fooled." Her colleagues exchanged doubtful glances but fell silent, their skepticism unspoken but palpable. Vicky watched as Lewis walked away, his steps now steadier and a sense of dignity restored. As he disappeared from view, she felt a complex mix of hope, trepidation, and quiet satisfaction, knowing that she had acted by her principles and her heart despite the disdain of her peers. At that moment, amidst the unrelenting heat and the swirling doubts, she felt a profound sense of having done what was right, holding on to the belief that acts of kindness, however small, could make a difference in the world. The remainder of the day seemed to dissolve into a relentless blur of sweltering heat and unceasing activity. Vicky continued to move with unwavering dedication, her every action a testament to her steadfast commitment. Yet, even amidst the frenetic pace, her thoughts repeatedly drifted back to the elderly man she had helped earlier. She found herself contemplating the man's life, the circumstances that had led him to such a vulnerable moment, and the profound human connection that had briefly emerged between them. Each customer she assisted served as a poignant reminder of that fleeting encounter and the simple act of kindness she had extended. As the sun began its gradual descent, casting elongated shadows that stretched across the pavement, the gas station slowly quieted. The once bustling scene of activity gave way to a more subdued atmosphere. Vicky took a well-deserved moment to rest, leaning against the cool, metal counter inside the station. The refreshing chill of the air conditioning was a welcome reprieve from the oppressive heat that had dominated the day. Just as she began to let herself relax, the manager, Mr. Thompson, a stern man known for his unwavering adherence to rules, approached her with a look of disapproval. "Vicky," he said, his voice carrying a tone of neutral but firm authority, "I heard about the incident today. Did you take money from the register?" Vicky's heart sank as she straightened up, her earlier sense of relief replaced by a wave of apprehension. "No, Mr. Thompson," she replied, meeting his gaze with a mixture of resolve and sadness. "I used my own money to help that gentleman. He needed assistance, and I chose to believe in his sincerity." Mr. Thompson sighed deeply, rubbing his temples in frustration. "I understand your intentions were noble, but we have established rules for a reason. Allowing exceptions could lead to a multitude of problems." The sadness in Vicky's eyes was palpable, yet she stood her ground with quiet dignity. "I did what I felt was right," she said softly, her voice imbued with a sense of moral clarity. "Sometimes rules need to bend in the face of genuine human need." Mr. Thompson studied her for a long, contemplative moment before shaking his head with finality. "I'm sorry, Vicky. The decision has been made. You're dismissed." The word struck Vicky like a harsh blow, her eyes brimming with unshed tears as she began to gather her belongings. The weight of the day and the abruptness of her dismissal left her heart heavy, yet her conscience remained clear. As she stepped out of the gas station, the setting sun bathed the surroundings in a warm, golden glow, gradually bringing an end to the day's bustling activity. The once crowded pumps were now sparsely occupied, and the persistent hum of engines had receded, leaving behind the tranquil chirping of evening birds. Vicky paused for a moment, catching her breath and wiping the sweat from her brow, lost in thoughts of the day's events. Just as she was deep in contemplation, the sharp, authoritative voice of Mr. Thompson cut through the stillness. "Vicky, can you come to my office?" "I heard about what happened today," he began, his voice stern as he folded his hands in front of him. "Did you take money from the register?" Vicky shook her head, her voice steady yet tinged with sadness. "No, Mr. Thompson. I used my own money to help that man. He was in need, and I believed him when he said he would repay me." Mr. Thompson sighed heavily, leaning back in his chair with a weary expression. "Vicky, we have rules for a reason. Making exceptions could lead to other customers expecting the same leniency, which could ultimately cause significant issues for us." "I understand the importance of rules," Vicky responded, her gaze unwavering and resolute. "But sometimes humanity must take precedence over policies. That man was in a desperate situation, and I couldn't simply turn him away." The manager's face grew even more rigid. "I appreciate your sentiment, but we can't operate on trust alone. It's too late now. I'm afraid I have no choice but to let you go." The gravity of his words hit Vicky like a physical blow, the sting of disappointment and sorrow evident in her eyes. She blinked back tears, determined not to let them fall. "I understand," she said quietly, her voice steady despite the emotional weight. "But I don't regret what I did." Mr. Thompson nodded curtly, his demeanor unyielding. You can collect your belongings and leave. I'll process your final paycheck." As Vicky walked out of the station for the last time, her heart was heavy with the weight of the day's events, but she carried with her a profound sense of personal integrity and the unwavering belief that she had acted by her values. The sun continued its slow descent, casting a soft, warm glow over the gas station, and Vicky took one last look at the place where she had spent so many hours, knowing that, despite the cost, she had stayed true to herself. Vicky rose from her seat, her legs feeling unnaturally heavy and weak beneath her. The weight of the day seemed to bear down on her as she methodically gathered her belongings. Her colleagues, a silent audience to her departure, regarded her with a mix of pity, indifference, and whispered judgments. As she stepped outside, the cool, gentle evening air met her face, mingling with the warmth of her tears, creating a poignant contrast that mirrored her emotional turmoil. The streets, bathed in the soft, fading light of dusk, seemed to offer a quiet solace as she made her way home. Her residence, a small but cozy living room shared with her mother Rachel and her daughter Anna, reflected the humble life they led. The modest furniture and simple decorations were a testament to a life marked by hard work and enduring modesty. Rachel, sensing the weight of the day on her daughter's shoulders, looked up from her knitting with an expression of concern. "Vicky, what happened?" she asked, her voice laced with maternal worry. Vicky took a deep breath, her heart aching with the weight of her words. "I lost my job today," she said, her voice steady but tinged with sorrow. Anna, who had been diligently working on her homework at the kitchen table, looked up with eyes filled with youthful concern. "Why, Mom?" she asked, her voice trembling. Vicky recounted the day's events with calm resolve but a palpable sadness. She spoke of the elderly man, her choice to help him, and the subsequent decision to dismiss her from her job. Rachel listened quietly, her eyes a blend of worry and pride. Anna's eyes brimmed with tears, but she quickly brushed them away, striving to remain strong for her mother. "That was a very kind thing you did," Rachel said softly, her voice carrying the weight of wisdom. "Sometimes doing the right thing comes with a cost, but it's crucial to remain true to who you are." Vicky nodded, her heart heavy but her spirit resolute. Rachel's eyes betrayed her worry, but she maintained a calm facade. "We'll figure it out, Vicky. We always do," she said with a reassuring smile. In the days that followed, the family faced a series of small yet significant challenges. To keep the household afloat, Rachel made the heart-wrenching decision to part with some of the family's treasured heirlooms. She sold a cherished silver brooch, passed down through generations, and a delicate porcelain tea set that held countless memories. Each sale was a painful yet necessary sacrifice. Vicky watched with a heavy heart as her mother handed over these precious items to a local antique dealer, Rachel's stoic expression masking the deep sadness she felt. "We'll buy them back one day," Rachel said with a determined smile, trying to lift her daughter's spirits. Anna, perceiving the underlying tension, began to worry about her future, especially her schooling. One evening, as Vicky tucked Anna into bed, the young girl asked with a hint of anxiety, "Mom, will I have to stop going to school?" The question pierced Vicky's heart, and she brushed a stray lock of hair from Anna's forehead, kissing her gently. "We'll do everything in our power to ensure that doesn't happen, sweetie. Just focus on your studies, okay?" Anna nodded, but the worry in her eyes remained. Vicky knew that the financial strain was not only affecting her but was also a burden shared by her entire family. The home, once vibrant with laughter and light-hearted conversations, now resonated with unspoken fears and uncertainties about their future. Despite the difficulties, the family's resilience shone through their supportive interactions. Rachel continued to knit, creating beautiful scarves and blankets that she sold at the local market. Anna, though young, took on additional chores around the house, helping to ease the burden on her mother and grandmother. Their days were marked by a quiet but unwavering determination to face their challenges together. One morning, as Vicky walked to the local job center, she spotted the elderly man, Lewis, waiting outside the gas station. His posture had changed. He now stood with a renewed sense of purpose and relief. When he saw Vicky, his face brightened with a genuine, heartfelt smile. He approached her, holding a small envelope with a sense of significance. "I've been searching for you," he said, his voice steady and filled with gratitude. "I wanted to repay you for the money you gave me." Vicky accepted the envelope with a mix of relief and heartfelt gratitude. She opened it to find not just the money but also a heartfelt note from Lewis. The note detailed his struggles, his deep appreciation for Vicky's kindness, and his efforts to regain his footing. It concluded with a promise not only to repay her financially, but to commit to performing good deeds of his own. As Vicky read the note, tears of gratitude welled up in her eyes. She looked up to see Lewis watching her, his eyes reflecting the deep sincerity of his words. "Thank you, Lewis," she said softly, her voice choked with emotion. "Your kindness means more to me than you can imagine." Lewis nodded, his face glowing with a genuine warmth. "You're welcome, Vicky. You did the right thing, and I wanted to make sure you knew that." With the money from Lewis, Vicky was able to relieve some of the immediate financial strain on her family. The small act of kindness from a stranger had come full circle, reinforcing her faith in human goodness and the profound impact of empathy and compassion. Despite the hardships she faced and the loss of her job, Vicky found solace in knowing her actions had truly made a difference. Determined to turn things around, Vicky continued her job search, buoyed by the unwavering support of her mother and daughter. Their journey was filled with challenges, but it was also characterized by their steadfast support for one another and the hope for brighter days ahead. The day of her interview arrived with harsh, unforgiving weather. The sky was a thick blanket of gray, and a biting wind cut through the streets, making the commute feel even more daunting. Vicky wrapped herself in her warmest coat, braving the elements as she set out early. Navigating crowded buses and slogging through rain-soaked streets, her resolve remained unshaken. When she finally reached the gas station, the harsh weather seemed to recede as she was greeted by a middle-aged man with a kind, reassuring smile. "You must be Vicky," he said, extending his hand. "I'm Mr. Rufus, the manager here. It's a pleasure to meet you." Vicky shook his hand firmly, trying to steady her nerves. "Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Rufus," she replied, her voice steady despite the flutter of anxiety in her stomach. The interview took place in a small, cozy office, its warm interior a welcome contrast to the stormy weather outside. Mr. Rufus asked about her previous experience and her motivations for seeking the job. Vicky spoke candidly about her recent experiences, her dedication to her family, and her determination to work hard. She highlighted her readiness to learn and her positive attitude, making sure to convey her genuine enthusiasm. Mr. Rufus listened attentively, nodding along as Vicky spoke. "You have quite a story, Vicky," he said thoughtfully. "It's clear that you're a hard worker and deeply dedicated. I appreciate your honesty and the determination you've shown." A flicker of hope sparked in Vicky's chest. "Thank you, Mr. Rufus. I truly believe I can be a valuable asset to your team." After a few more questions, Mr. Rufus leaned back in his chair, a thoughtful expression on his face. "I like your attitude, Vicky. I think you'd fit in well here. The job is yours if you want it." Vicky's heart soared with relief and joy. "Thank you so much, Mr. Rufus. I won't let you down," she said, her voice full of gratitude. Mr. Rufus smiled warmly. "I'm sure you won't. We'll start your training tomorrow. Welcome aboard, Vicky." With a triumphant heart, Vicky left the gas station. The long commute and harsh weather seemed insignificant compared to the opportunity that lay ahead. She was eager to share the good news with Rachel and Anna. That evening, as Vicky walked through the door of their modest home, she was enveloped by the familiar warmth and love of her family. Rachel looked up from her knitting, and Anna's eyes sparkled with anticipation. "How did it go?" Mom Anna asked, her voice full of hope. Vicky's face lit up with excitement. "I got the job," she announced, her voice brimming with joy. Rachel's face beamed with pride, her eyes glistening with emotion. "I knew you could do it," she said, her voice choked with tears of happiness. "This is such wonderful news." Anna rushed to her mother and enveloped her in a tight hug. "I'm so proud of you, Mom," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. In that moment, the challenges they had faced seemed to diminish, replaced by a renewed sense of hope and resilience. The family's journey, though marked by trials, was also illuminated by their love and support for one another. As Vicky prepared to start her new job, she carried with her the unwavering strength of her family and the belief that even in the face of adversity, kindness and determination could forge a path to a brighter future. As Vicky sat down to dinner with Rachel and Anna, a renewed sense of hope warmed her heart. The path to stability stretched out before her, long and uncertain, but she had taken a crucial first step. Her new job at the gas station was more than just a job, it was a fresh start, a chance to rebuild and prove herself once again. The road ahead was demanding, but each step forward carried her closer to a brighter future for her family. Her first day at work dawned with a mix of anticipation and nerves. "Mr. Rufus greeted her with a warm smile. "Good morning, Vicky," he said. "I'm glad to have you on board. Let's get you acquainted with the basics." Vicky followed him through the station, absorbing the layout and the various tasks she needed to master. The station, though modest, was bustling with activity. "Mr. Rufus introduced her to the team, a diverse mix of seasoned employees and fellow newcomers. The initial days were a whirlwind of learning. Vicky tackled everything from managing the cash register to handling customer queries and performing routine maintenance. Each task came with its own set of challenges, but Vicky approached them with determination and a willingness to learn. Despite the exhaustion that often accompanied her shifts, she maintained an unwavering spirit. Interactions with customers quickly became the highlight of her days. Vicky's natural warmth and kindness shone through in every conversation. She greeted each person with a genuine smile, listened attentively to their needs, and offered assistance wherever possible. One particularly busy afternoon, a frazzled mother with 2 young children approached the counter, desperation evident in her voice. "Excuse me, do you have a restroom we can use?" Vicky nodded and pointed towards the back. "Of course, Mom. It's just around the corner. Let me get you the key." The woman sighed in relief. "Thank you so much. It's been a long drive." As the woman headed to the restroom, Vicky quickly grabbed a couple of juice boxes and a small snack for the children, handing them over with a smile. "Here you go, kids. Something to keep you busy while you wait." The children's faces brightened, and their mother returned with gratitude. "You're a lifesaver. Thank you." Small acts of kindness like these began to earn Vicky the respect and appreciation of both customers and colleagues. Her co-workers, who had been initially indifferent, started to take notice of her dedication. One evening, as they were closing up, Jack, a young man on the team, approached her. "Vicky, I've noticed how great you are with the customers," he said, a note of admiration in his voice. "You make it look easy, but I know it's not." Vicky smiled modestly. "Thanks, Jack. I just try to treat everyone with the same kindness I'd want for myself." Her sincerity and work ethic gradually won over the entire team. Vicky found herself forming meaningful bonds with her colleagues. They shared stories during breaks, supported one another, and created a sense of camaraderie that made the long shifts more bearable. As Vicky settled into her role at the gas station, she found a sense of stability and purpose. Her hard work and determination were beginning to pay off, earning her the respect of her colleagues and the appreciation of customers. Despite the progress, the shadow of her past still lingered, threatening to disrupt the newfound peace she had built. Yet, with each passing day, Vicky grew more confident in her ability to face the challenges ahead and build a better future for herself and her family. Vicky arrived at the gas station one crisp morning, ready to tackle her shift with renewed enthusiasm. The atmosphere was light and friendly, and her colleagues greeted her warmly. Just as she was about to dive into her tasks, Mr. Rufus called her into his office. His serious expression sent a jolt of anxiety through Vicky, a knot forming in her stomach. "Vicky, I need to talk to you about something, Mr. Rufus began, motioning for her to sit. Her heart raced as she took a seat. "Is everything all right, Mr. Rufus?" He sighed deeply, rubbing his temples. "I received a call this morning from your previous employer, Mr. Thompson. He claims that you were terminated for dishonesty and has warned me against keeping you on staff." Vicky's eyes widened in disbelief. "That's not true, Mr. Rufus. I used my own money to help an elderly man. I would never steal or be dishonest." "Mr. Rufus raised a calming hand. "I believe you, Vicky, but these accusations are serious, and they're creating concerns among the higher-ups. They're worried about our station's reputation." The weight of the situation settled heavily on Vicky's shoulders. What can I do to prove my innocence? "Mr. Rufus's expression softened with sympathy. "I've seen your dedication and hard work, but this is beyond just my decision. The company is worried about potential repercussions. For now, they've decided to suspend you while we sort this out." Vicky's heart sank as she fought to hold back tears. "Suspend me? But Mr. Rufus, this job means everything to me. I can't afford to lose it." Mr. Rufus sighed again, his face reflecting deep regret. "I'm truly sorry, Vicky. I'll do my best to advocate for you, but at the moment, there's nothing more I can do." Feeling numb, Vicky gathered her belongings and left the gas station, her colleagues' concerned glances trailing after her. The walk home felt endless, each step heavy with despair. She had worked so hard to rebuild her life, and now it seemed to be unraveling because of a spiteful lie. At home, Vicky found Rachel and Anna in the kitchen, preparing lunch. Their smiles faded as they saw the distress on her face. "Vicky, what happened?" Rachel asked, her voice filled with concern. Vicky took a deep breath, struggling to hold back tears. "Mr. Thompson called my new job and told them I was dishonest. They've suspended me until they can figure things out." Anna, her young face a picture of anguish, rushed to her mother and hugged her tightly. "Mom, that's not fair. You didn't do anything wrong." Rachel joined the embrace, her eyes brimming with tears. "We know you didn't, Vicky. We'll get through this. We have to." Vicky squeezed her daughter and mother, drawing strength from their support. Despite the crushing weight of the situation, the unwavering support from her family gave her the resolve to fight for her integrity and her job. She knew that, with their backing, she could face the challenges ahead and prove the truth. As Vicky embraced her daughter, her heart ached with both relief and lingering worry. "I know, sweetheart, but sometimes people try to hurt others out of spite." Rachel stepped forward, placing a reassuring hand on Vicky's shoulder. "We'll get through this, Vicky. We faced worse and come out stronger." Vicky nodded, though the weight of the situation threatened to overwhelm her. The rest of the day passed in a haze, her mind unable to escape the fear and uncertainty that had settled over her. The following days were filled with an agonizing mix of anxiety and determination. Each day was a challenge, as Vicky navigated the uncertain path before her. It was during one of these tense afternoons that her phone rang, displaying an unfamiliar number. "Hello, this is Vicky," she answered, her voice tinged with hesitation. "Hello, Vicky. My name is Chandler," came the warm and earnest voice on the other end. "I'm Lewis's son, the gentleman you helped at the gas station." Vicky's heart leaped. "Oh, hello, Chandler. How can I help you?" Chandler's voice was filled with gratitude. "I wanted to thank you for your kindness to my father. He told me about what you did, and it was truly touching. I understand you're facing some trouble now, and I wanted to offer my support." Tears welled up in Vicky's eyes. "Thank you, Chandler. Your words mean a lot to me." Chandler continued, "If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. I know my father's situation and your integrity very well." With renewed hope, Vicky agreed to meet Chandler the following day. Their conversation was deeply respectful and understanding. Chandler offered to testify about Vicky's character and the incident at the gas station, his support providing a glimmer of hope in Vicky's darkest hour. In the days that followed, Chandler's testimony proved invaluable. The gas station management, upon hearing Chandler's account and reviewing the evidence, decided to reinstate Vicky. The relief was overwhelming, and she returned to work with a sense of renewed determination. Her colleagues welcomed her back with warmth and missed her. Rufus expressed his support. "We're glad to have you back, Vicky. Your dedication and integrity are valued here." As Vicky resumed her duties, she found a new sense of purpose. The challenges she had faced had only strengthened her resolve. She continued to excel in her role, proving to everyone, especially to herself, that she was capable of overcoming adversity with grace and perseverance. The experience had taught Vicky a valuable lesson about resilience and the power of standing up for oneself. It also reinforced her belief in the importance of kindness and integrity. With her job secure and her family's support unwavering, Vicky looked forward to the future with renewed optimism. She knew that while the road ahead might still be challenging, she was more than ready to face it with courage and determination. Excited to share the good news, she told Rachel and Anna. Their faces lit up with joy and hope. That night, as Vicky lay in bed, she reflected on the unexpected turn of events. The kindness she had shown to a stranger had come full circle, bringing not only financial relief but also the restoration of her career and dignity. The most surprising part, however, was yet to come. A few days after their first meeting, Chandler called Vicky again. His tone was as warm and earnest as before. "Vicky, I'd like to discuss something important with you. Could we meet again?" "Of course, Chandler. When would be convenient for you?" Vicky replied, curiosity and anticipation blending in her voice. "Tomorrow morning, if that works for you." "I'll come by your place," Chandler suggested. "That sounds good. I'll see you then," Vicky agreed. Her curiosity piqued. The next morning, Chandler arrived promptly. Vicky welcomed him into their modest home, and they settled in the living room. Sensing the importance of the conversation, Rachel and Anna gave them some privacy. Chandler took a deep breath, his expression serious but kind. "Vicky, I wanted to discuss something that I believe could be a wonderful opportunity for you. My father has been talking about your situation and your integrity, and I think there's a way for you to benefit from this situation, beyond just your reinstatement at the gas station." Vicky's eyes widened with interest. "What do you mean?" Chandler continued. "My family and I were so moved by your actions and the way you've handled everything that we'd like to offer you a position in one of our community outreach programs. It's a role that involves working with people and helping those in need, something I believe aligns with your values and strengths." Vicky was taken aback, her emotions swirling. "That sounds incredible, Chandler, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for a new role yet." Chandler smiled gently. "You don't have to decide right away. Take your time to think about it. The offer stands, and we'd love to have you on board whenever you feel ready." Gratitude and hope welled up within Vicky. "Thank you so much, Chandler. This means more to me than you know." Chandler nodded, standing up to leave. "It's the least we can do. We appreciate the kindness you've shown, and we're glad to support you in any way we can." As Vicky closed the door behind Chandler, she felt a renewed sense of purpose and possibility. The support and opportunities coming her way were a testament to the power of kindness and integrity. With her family by her side and a future filled with promise, Vicky faced the coming days with a heart full of hope and a spirit ready to embrace new challenges. Chandler began without a preamble. "Vicky, I've been deeply impressed by your character and the strength you've shown through these difficult times. My father's story and the way you handled the situation at the gas station have convinced me of your integrity and dedication." Vicky listened intently, her heart racing with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. "I've been thinking," Chandler continued, "we need someone like you in a leadership position at my gas station. Someone who not only understands the work but also embodies the values we strive to uphold. I would like to offer you the position of manager." Vicky's eyes widened in shock. "Manager? Chandler, I don't know what to say. This is such an unexpected offer." Chandler smiled warmly. "I know it's a lot to take in, but I'm confident you're the right person for the job. You've shown incredible resilience and compassion. Those are qualities I deeply value in a leader." Vicky's mind raced. The thought of taking on such a significant role was both exhilarating and daunting. "I'm honored, Chandler, truly, but are you sure? I've only been with the company for a short time." Chandler nodded firmly. "I'm very sure, Vicky. Your actions speak volumes about your character. I believe you'll bring a fresh perspective and a strong moral compass to the team. Of course, I'll provide you with all the support and training you need." Vicky felt a surge of gratitude and excitement. "Thank you, Chandler. This means so much to me. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations." They discussed the details of the position, the responsibilities, and the support system Chandler had in place. The more they talked, the more Vicky felt a growing sense of confidence. She knew it would be challenging, but she was ready to take it on. After Chandler left, Vicky gathered Rachel and Anna to share the news. The kitchen, usually bustling with the sounds of cooking and conversation, fell silent as they listened intently. "Mom, you're going to be a manager," Anna exclaimed, her eyes wide with excitement. Vicky nodded, a smile spreading across her face. "Yes, can you believe it? Chandler has offered me the position, and I've accepted." Rachel's eyes filled with tears of pride. "Vicky, this is wonderful news. You've worked so hard and faced so many challenges. You deserve this opportunity." Anna hugged her mother tightly. "I'm so proud of you, Mom. This is amazing." Vicky felt overwhelmed with emotion as she embraced her daughter. "Thank you both for always believing in me. This wouldn't be possible without your support." In the days that followed, Vicky's life transformed into a whirlwind of preparation and planning. She dove headfirst into understanding every aspect of her new managerial role, determined to make a success of it. Her days were filled with back-to-back meetings, detailed briefings, and hands-on training. She spent long hours at the gas station, shadowing Chandler and other experienced managers. Each moment was a learning opportunity, and Vicky absorbed knowledge like a sponge, eager to refine her skills and prove herself. Chandler's unwavering faith in her capabilities was a steady source of encouragement. His belief in her potential motivated Vicky to push through the challenges and uncertainties that came with her new position. Every piece of advice he offered and every bit of guidance he provided helped bolster her confidence and prepared her for the responsibilities ahead. When Vicky's first official day as manager arrived, it was a blend of nerves and excitement. She arrived at the gas station early, the first rays of the morning sun casting a warm, golden glow over the premises. The quiet of the early hours was a stark contrast to the bustling activity she was about to face. Chandler was already there, waiting to greet her with a reassuring smile. "You're going to do great, Vicky," he said, his voice filled with genuine confidence. "Just remember to trust yourself and the values that brought you here." Taking a deep breath, Vicky nodded, her heart steadying. "Thank you, Chandler. I'm ready to give it my all." The day unfolded with a whirlwind of activity. Vicky's interactions with her team and customers showcased her innate leadership qualities. She approached every challenge with calm efficiency, addressing her team's concerns with empathy and making decisions rooted in her strong moral compass. Her ability to handle problems with grace and maintain a positive atmosphere was noticed by everyone. The respect she had already earned from her colleagues grew even stronger as they observed her stepping into her new role with poise and competence. The afternoon brought a significant test of her skills. A delivery truck arrived late, causing a backlog of inventory and a ripple effect of delays throughout the station. Customers grew increasingly impatient, and the tension in the air was palpable. Vicky stepped up, seamlessly coordinating her team to manage the situation. She took on the role of both leader and mediator, addressing each customer personally, apologizing for the delay, and ensuring their needs were met. Her approach was both tactful and empathetic, turning a potentially chaotic situation into a testament to her leadership. Chandler, observing from a distance, couldn't help but feel a swell of pride. The way Vicky handled the situation was exactly what he had hoped for. Later, he pulled her aside, his expression one of genuine approval. "You handled that exceptionally well," he said, his tone reflecting his deep respect for her abilities. "This is exactly why I knew you were the right choice." Vicky felt a profound sense of pride and relief. Chandler's praise was a powerful affirmation of her efforts and abilities. It reassured her that she was not only meeting expectations but exceeding them. As the days turned into weeks, Vicky continued to make a significant impact on the gas station. She implemented new procedures designed to improve efficiency, fostered a positive and collaborative work environment, and initiated community outreach programs that strengthened the station's ties with the local community. At home, the changes were just as transformative. The financial stability provided by her new role brought a welcome sense of relief. Rachel was able to stop selling their precious heirlooms, and Anna's worries about school dissipated. The atmosphere in their modest home shifted, becoming lighter and more filled with laughter and hope. One evening, as the family gathered around the dinner table, Rachel raised her glass in a toast. "To our pillar of strength," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "You've shown us that with determination and kindness, we can overcome any challenge." Anna's eyes sparkled with pride. "And to new beginnings. We're so proud of you, Mom." Vicky's heart swelled with gratitude as she clinked her glass with theirs. "Thank you both. This journey hasn't been easy, but we've made it together. Here's to many more milestones and a bright future ahead." The sense of unity and shared triumph that filled the room was a testament to their resilience and unwavering support for one another. Vicky knew there would still be challenges ahead, but with her family by her side and the values that had guided her, she was more than ready to face whatever the future held. As the days went by, Vicky continued to excel in her role. Her commitment to her team, her dedication to improving the station's operations, and her genuine care for customers became hallmarks of her leadership. She embraced every challenge with a sense of purpose, knowing that her hard work and integrity were paving the way for a brighter future. Chandler's belief in her had not only given her a second chance, but had also set her on a path to success. Vicky's story became a powerful reminder of the impact of perseverance, kindness, and unwavering support. It showed that even in the face of adversity, staying true to one's values and continuing to strive forward could lead to incredible transformations. As we conclude Vicky's inspiring journey, Her story stands as a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of having a strong support system. It's a reminder that good things come to those who remain steadfast in their principles and continue to push forward, no matter the obstacles. Vicky felt a sense of accomplishment. Thank you, Chandler. It was a team effort everyone pulled together. As weeks turned into months, Vicky's impact on the gas station became increasingly evident. She implemented new procedures to improve efficiency, fostered a positive work environment, and initiated community outreach programs. Her approachability and fairness earned her the unwavering loyalty of her team. At home, the changes were just as significant. The financial stability provided by her new role allowed Rachel to stop selling their precious heirlooms, and Anna's worries about school dissipated. The atmosphere in their modest home was lighter, filled with laughter and hope. One evening, as the family sat down to dinner, Rachel raised her glass to Vicky. "Our pillar of strength, you've shown us that with determination and kindness, we can overcome any challenge." Anna chimed in, "And to new beginnings. We're so proud of you, Mom." Vicky, her heart brimming with gratitude, clinked her glass with theirs. "Thank you both. This journey hasn't been easy, but we've made it together. Here's to many more milestones and a bright future ahead." The sense of unity and shared triumph filled the room, a testament to their resilience and unwavering support for one another. Vicky knew there would still be challenges, but with her family by her side and the values that guided her, she was ready for whatever the future held. As we reach the end of Vicky's incredible journey, her story stands as a testament to the power of perseverance, kindness, and unwavering support. Vicky's life transformed significantly because of her dedication and the love of those around her. It's a reminder that good people are always blessed, that everything happens for a reason, and that happiness will come to those who stay true to their values and continue to strive forward. Thank you for joining us on Vicky's incredible journey. We've witnessed a powerful story of perseverance, kindness, and the transformative impact of unwavering support. From facing adversity with grace to embracing new opportunities with courage, Vicky's experience serves as a profound reminder of the strength we all have within us. As we wrap up today's video, we want to hear from you. What lessons have you taken away from Vicky's story? How will you apply these insights to your own life? Share one thing you've learned and how you plan to put it into practice in the comments below. If you found this video inspiring, please leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more uplifting stories and valuable content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.